Welcome back to a casted game of Age of Mythology Retold. This is on the brand new patch. It literally dropped minutes ago, and boy oh boy did it feature a ton of buffs for the Atlanteans and specifically Gaia. You see right away VortiX leaning into this. You know, it says El Sensei. This is VortiX. Have you guys seen him? I mean, top 4 player in the world, AC as well. These guys are the best of Age of Mythology. But one of these changes we saw was a Gaia buff. This economic guild is cheaper to build now. Look, 39 wood and 9 gold. And the techs also, I believe, also becoming cheaper too. So he's going immediately for that hand axe upgrade. And I think you're going to see that with a lot of Atlantean and Gaia players specifically. So big patch update. If you are wondering what's in the new patch, what are the notes, I have a review video. Check out my previous uploads. I've got a review of this new patch where I go through all of the details for all the civs, and you can figure out what's highlighted there as you head out onto the ladder. Now on the other side, we got Isis. Isis actually got a slight nerf that we saw today, at least for one thing, this Flood of the Nile. And that's the tech you see queued up right now. It now costs 8 favor. It used to cost 5 favor. I don't think it's a super substantial, but it is a small update you will notice if you're going for that Flood of the Nile early on playing Isis. There are some minor god changes. The most notable to me is they buffed Sobek. My favorite minor god to go up with, the laser gators are getting stronger. They do more damage against myth units and a number of other changes that makes it just much better. So go check that out. Let's call out what relics we have on the map here today. Up here on the north side, we've got the Girdle of Hippolyta, and it's going to give ranged soldiers more hit points to the tune of 10%. On the southwest side, we've got Archimedes Ledger. Siege weapons take less population space, -1 pop count. On the south side, you've got Staff of Dionysus, and it's going to be villagers regenerate hit points. You don't need this if your villagers aren't going to get hurt, right? Then you've got the Anvil of Hephaestus, which armory improvements will cost us gold. This is one of the better relics out on the map, in my opinion. I mean, 50% less gold costs. That's huge for upgrades. Hope upgrades going to, of course, help your army across the board. Going to be nice to have. Okay, so let's talk about this matchup today. We got Sensei, which is a alternate account for VortiX, playing Gaia, and we've got AC playing Isis. A lot of Atlantean buffs. Let's see, can they hold up to the Egyptians? Oh, another small buff. The lush now for Gaia spreads out a little further. Always hard to see on these green maps. It's easier a little bit on the deserts, but you will notice just a little more range on that for the lush, which of course will be helping the movement speed of Gaia on there. Yeah, I think it's a good upgrade for it, right? This one, I can't seem to hover the things in these UI to get the pop up the tooltip. But nonetheless, lush will be lushier than ever before. You can actually see AC leaning into that civ bonus for Gaia. They have cheaper obelisks. If you check these things out, they cost 5 gold. So you spam those out on the map, the priest build those, and he basically has an array of vision across the map. Villager just chased down an oracle. I've actually heard some complaints about this. People saying, like, really, should villagers be able to chase down and kill oracles? It's obviously been deemed valuable to spend this villager time walking to kill that oracle, but a little easy to do. Should there be maybe some counterplay? Should villagers maybe not do damage, extra damage for the oracles? I don't know, but it stinks currently. Certainly, if you're playing, if you are playing as Atlanteans, to lose your oracle like that. Yeah, the patch note literally said lush now goes brrr. That was the patch note. Spoiler. Okay, Sensei up in the second age, and he aged up with Oceanus, which is, again, the only minor god we ever see in most cases for the Atlanteans. They tried to buff some of the other ones, but I don't think they really did much there. I thought maybe we would see some other changes, but looks like he's going to be going for a settlement expansion. So now we've got, well, it could be going for the berries. Oh, speaking of berries, by the way, Ra now has a berry bonus. They gather berries as fast as huntables. Oh my god, isn't that crazy? I cannot wait to play the new Ra on ladder. So he's not going for expansion. It looked like he might. Instead, he's going for the Uruk here down here on the southeast side. Going for those huntables. In his base, any military buildings, we've got a very tight base. He's got his manor there, keeping stuff close, and doesn't look like he's got any temple up there. Yeah, no military for now. On the other side, we do see a Sphinx coming across into it. Let's see what else is going on over here. A temple, a market, and a second settlement. This really smells like a fast heroic to me. I mean, granted, Atlanteans don't seem to be... Okay, we do have a military barracks, but generally not seeing any units out. He might be okay to get away with it. We'll likely see this prosperity used here during transition to just really stack gold. Now, speaking of gold, he's got this gold, but the next expansion is either all the way down here, of which Sensei is watching, or all the way down here. Maybe that'll be the expansion he'll target, but he needs to be careful because you can do fast heroic all you want, but if you can't secure that second gold, none of it's going to matter. Yeah, so Ra's order should be animals, berries, and then farms. Yeah. Well, actually, berries are as fast as animals. So you don't even have to. And you don't have to be walking around to all the different deer and stuff. So it's probably more efficient to go for the berries before you go for hunting now if you're playing Ra. Watch Ra be S tier now because of that one change. That'd be crazy. No changes to rain, sadly. By the way, right now, tech coming in. Sacred Cats, a very nice economic upgrade you don't want to neglect when you play the Egyptians and have this available. Bass Cats protects granaries from vermin, improving all of your food gather rates to the tune of 5%, 10%, 10%, 10%. So obviously, good extra gather rates there. Nice tech to grab if you have it available. I see one monument to the villagers there. You wanna? No, it looks like just a one monument build so far. Villagers on the hunt. No military action yet this game. Both players playing rather passively, going for a boom. We actually even see, look at this. He didn't want to spend time walking around, went straight for a farm. Keeps these villagers safe and close to the town center. And there you go. About 7 minutes, clicks up, and that is going to be an age up with Nephthys. Unfortunately, not going for that new so back. Sad, sad, sad. I was hoping we would see it. But going to be Nephthys here today. We'll give, of course, access to, and there you have it, to the Scorpion Man. Boy, does FitzBro know he's Egyptians or what? So this is what you often see. While aging up, he's currently got a lot of villagers on gold. 23 villagers on gold. He got his mining upgrades, and he's using the prosperity. So this is boosting his mining rates right now. You can see there. It makes your villagers gather faster, as well as your caravans gather. Bring back gold, I guess, as well. Extra gold. Another way you can use this is some players will like to use this as they age up to the second age rather than doing it up here to heroic. But this seems to be probably the best way to stack gold, but it probably depends on your goal. If you're trying to go for maybe some early raids or something, maybe you want to have some extra gold early on to use it, or you just want to age up a little faster, you can certainly use it, but this will really set them up for gold in the long run. On the other side of the field, we do see VortiX is going to be aging up with Thea, Titaness of Sight, focus on cavalry. This will enable the Dryad. Now you now get 2 Dryads when you build this. A little bit of a change this patch, so nice buff there for the Atlanteans. Very enclosed base. Look at this. We've got military barracks. They also increase the speed of the Arcus. That's this archer you can train. They increase the speed of it and the damage that heroes do versus myth units for the Atlanteans. So, I mean, really, stonks are up if you're an Atlantean player. Sphinx coming in right now, going to go for a raid, but gets slowed down right now. Oh, Caladria slows him down, but Ancestors are called in. Hits the next age, uses Eclipse and Ancestors combination. So we're going to have all these Ancestors popping up around the base, trying to hit some raids. Fortunately for Sensei, very close to home, so can jump inside of the town center, can avoid these, has a few heroes. Really shouldn't be super impactful. I mean, it'll draw a little bit of idle time, but it should be okay. He's got some Cantarius, and they are upgraded. Again, heroes do more damage to myth now for Atlanteans, and as you can see, even with Eclipse, not going to be super impactful. Right now, calling in that Hesperides tree, and you see immediately getting 2 Dryads, so going to give some tempo to Gaia. We do see AC uses this opportunity, maybe not to do damage, but to distract the enemy as he takes a 3rd expansion, going up with the Migdol and setting up a settlement and another gold mine. Going to actually build 2 Migdols there. Now, Sensei is aware of this. We look at this, Scout is actually right there, keeping an eye on this, so could possibly stop it. Rather bold. AC has no military to defend against something like this. We'll possibly be able to complete this Migdol in time. Going to lose a few villagers, but should be okay. Sitting on 3 TCs, not the end of the world. And there you go. Additional Migdol is up. We've got 2 Migdols going to be probably firing that Stamphalian bird here soon. How's that gold looking? We've got plenty of gold in the bank. Is he going straight for the Mythic Age? It really feels like we're going to be seeing some elephant spam or something. Hops through the town center. We can see the Atlanteans pushing in. We got the Carnivora now called in. Another god power. And an additional Hesperides tree. Where is that? Right there. So it gets additional 2 Dryads. Man, Gaia just feels like a whole new Civ with these balance changes. Tree Pantheon. Okay. We see Gaia pushing in. I think AC needs to actually make some units. I mean, finally starting to train up some camels. They're garrisoning inside of the Migdol. Can he hold it? He's got a lot of gold in the bank. Could even make some mercenaries up for consideration. Is gathering some gold on this east side, so still got that income going on. A pretty big villager difference, 60 villagers versus the 44 of Gaia. Takes out a Migdol and continues to push. AC, no military production really going on. You can actually see Gaia has pre-queued Poseidon's Secret, which has got a little bit of a change, making your cav units cheaper and faster, and reduces the cost of promoting them to heroes. Okay, Dryads up on top of those villagers on that Migdol. That Migdol is probably not going up. AC, where's your units, bud? Need to get some units. The you know, it really feels like he was going for a fast mythic, was just gonna throw down some Migdols to hold, and that just ain't cutting it. And I love to see it. I don't like it when you can just make no units, go straight to the mythic age. Feels really, really cheesy and super unbalanced. But Sensei using aggression, which he's so known for, using that aggression to take out that expansion, and doing a good job for it. You're not just gonna get away for free doing that against VortiX. Do we have an S tier goddess in the making with Gaia? We really might. I don't know. Looking good. Villagers trying to fight this Cantarius, but not really quite a fight they want to take. We got Groot running around here. Those are the Dryads. Yeah, I think the fast mythic might be a no-go these days. Okay, and we see the Atlantean army starting to move up. AC could be in trouble. How is he going to answer this? Maybe with some units would be nice. Scorpion Man being trained up behind in the temple. Nothing else on the back line. So here comes that Atlantean army, and it's growing in numbers. Lots of Cantarius. No Arcus out here today. Cantarius and Dryads. It could be a lethal combat. Will we see more of these Dryad pushes, perhaps? Now it's been buffed. And boy, oh boy, Sensei, look at absolutely dominant today. Gaia, ruling the day, showing Isis, hey, you know, I might have been low in the last patch, but this is a new day, sister. Sensei, aka VortiX, bringing home the win with the brand new patch of Gaia. And boy, looked really, really, really strong. And I guess, you know, guys, check out those patch notes. Let me know how you think. Is Gaia going to be S tier now? It's hard to say when you have literally an S tier player harnessing the power of Gaia. And I know that he was playing Gaia even before the buffs. So there's some major things to consider. But with that, guys, that is going to be the end of this casted game. If you did enjoy it, take a second, leave me a comment below, and I hope you subscribe to the channel. I've got a bunch more casted games and guides coming up for you for Age of Mythology Retold. And if you want to join the conversation, you can find the link for my Discord down in the description, where we've got channels for each of the Pantheons, and you can get involved in the chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.